Nobody claps for you at 4 a.m. No one sees you up before the sun. No one's around when you're exhausted, but still showing up, still pushing, still building. And that's how it's supposed to be. Success doesn't announce itself while you're working for it. It rewards you in silence, and then reveals you in public. Right now, it might feel like nothing's happening. Like the hours you're putting in don't matter. Like the sacrifices are invisible. Like no one sees the pain, the struggle, the effort. But that's the process. That's how real transformation works. You plant, you water, you wait, and then, one day, you reap. But most people never make it to that part. They quit halfway. They get tired of the silence. They get tired of giving without getting. They don't realize hard work always pays off, just not on your timeline. The gym sessions you almost skipped, they're shaping your body. The late nights you gave to your craft, they're building your skill. The early mornings you chose discipline over comfort, they're strengthening your mind. You might not see the reward yet, but that doesn't mean it isn't coming. Because the grind pays you back in compound interest, not immediately, but relentlessly. Most people think progress is only about visible results. Money in the bank, followers on a screen, praise from others, proof that the work is working. But here's the truth. The most powerful wins aren't visible. They're internal. You don't see it when your mindset sharpens, when your pain tolerance grows, when your self-control strengthens, when your discipline becomes non-negotiable, when you no longer flinch at adversity. That's the real work. That's the real payoff. Because before you ever succeed externally, you have to upgrade who you are internally. You can chase money, status, opportunity, but if your habits are weak, if your character is fragile, if you're soft when life pushes back, you'll break the moment pressure shows up. That's why the grind is quiet. It's doing things for you that you won't even notice until the storm comes, until life tests you, and you realize you don't fold anymore. You don't run. You don't back down. Because all those early mornings, all those lonely nights, all those hard choices, they changed you. That's the reward no one sees. That's the version of you success is waiting for. And if you quit too early, if you abandon the grind because you don't see fast results, you never give that version a chance to be born. So stop looking for proof. Start becoming it. The results will come. But first, the invisible wins have to happen. People love to talk about luck. Right place, right time, right connections, right opportunity. But let's be honest. Luck didn't wake up at 5 a.m. Luck didn't put in the reps. Luck didn't stay up grinding when others were out partying. You did that. You're doing that. And here's what no one tells you. Success doesn't go to the most talented. It goes to the most relentless. It's not about who starts strong. It's about who refuses to stop. Everyone's motivated in the beginning. Everyone's hyped for a week. But what about month 6 when you're still unseen? What about year 2 when you're still climbing and no one's cheering? That's where most people fall off. Not because they weren't capable, but because they got tired. They didn't believe the work would ever pay off. But you keep going. You keep showing up when it's boring, when it's quiet, when it's thankless. Because deep down, you know, this is how it works. This is what it takes. You weren't promised easy. You were promised results, if you earned them. And every day you show up, you're stacking something real. You're building endurance that can't be faked. You're becoming the kind of person life has no choice but to reward. Because when you refuse to stop, Life eventually has to move. It has to open up. It has to pay you back. Not out of kindness, not out of fairness, but because you earned it in full. You're doing the work, day after day, hour after hour, and still, no big breakthrough. No finish line, no spotlight, and it messes with your head. You start to ask, is this even working? Am I wasting my time? Why haven't I made it yet? But here's what you need to understand. The delay doesn't mean denial. It means preparation. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Prepared to carry more. Prepared to handle pressure. Prepared to lead. Prepared to not crumble when the weight of success finally lands on your shoulders. Because if you got everything you wanted right now, with the discipline you currently have, with the patience you currently show, with the mindset you currently operate with, you would lose it. The opportunity would crush you. The pressure would expose you. The attention would break you. That's why it's not here yet. Not because you're unworthy, because you're still being built. Every day you're putting in work without reward. You're laying bricks. You're pouring foundation. You're reinforcing your frame so it doesn't collapse later. And when it finally comes, when the doors open, when the lights hit, when the recognition shows up, you'll be ready. Not surprised, not overwhelmed. Ready. Because you didn't skip the grind. You didn't fast forward through the hard part. You earned your success the long way, the right way. So don't misread the delay. It's not life holding you back. It's life making sure you're unshakable when you arrive. You don't see the results yet. But that doesn't mean they're not coming. Every early morning, every representative, every late night of silent work, every time you kept going when no one noticed, it's adding up. Success doesn't come all at once. It builds, slow and quiet, until one day it shows up loud. So keep pushing, keep grinding, keep believing when it's hard to. Because the work you're doing now, it's not wasted. It's compounding. And one day, it will pay off.